Before she was homeless, she was just like you. We helped get her back there.
Artists can sometimes have too many ideas and the work becomes very academic and the paint doesn't flow easily. The great exponent of having ideas and being brilliant is Picasso. Well, Christian has just a little bit of that courage and that freedom and that ability to think of infinite different ways of seeing somebody. I'm at the Clarendon Gallery in London's Mayfair, where the crowd Portrait Artist of the Year Christian Hook, and excitement's mounting as we wait to see his latest work. Christian Hook wowed the judges of the competition with his formidable talent.
Pretty impressive, isn't it?
It's outstanding.
It's unbelievable.
Christian Hook.
Since being crowned Sky Art's Portrait Artist of the Year, Christian has immortalised actor Alan Cumming for the prestigious Scottish National Portrait Gallery.
What? Oh my God. Christian.
And now Christian will paint a portrait of the iconic sportsman Fabrice Muamba.
Wow. Pretty cool.
A footballer whose extraordinary story of life and death touched the nation.
That was amazing what happened.
Christian will get to know Fabrice across 3 sittings in order to capture his essence in one final revealing portrait. Wilmslow, Cheshire, home of Coronation Street stars, footballers and their wives. Christian Hook has come north to meet the subject of his latest portrait, a footballing legend whose fame goes far beyond the beautiful game.
I don't know much about football. I'm not like a sports person really. But my work is generally based, well, totally based on movement. And I love figurative work. I love the human body, painting faces and people, so I guess this is perfect for that kind of thing.
This isn't the first time that Christian has painted someone from the world of sport. His brilliant portrait of boxer Amir Khan was an important milestone on his route to become Portrait Artist of the Year.
Amir Khan was like a great sitter because he gave me the opportunity to like sit in the ring and see him box. There was a lot of movement, he was like really concentrated, and it's far more exciting for me to have like someone who's doing something than just someone sitting down.
Yeah, looks very good. Thank you very much. That's beautiful, man.
And now Christian will paint a sportsman whose remarkable story of survival gripped the nation. Premiership footballer and family man Fabrice Muamba.
Fabrice is like a big kid. He's caring, he's loving, he's a great dad, he's football mad. Some people wake up in the morning on a Monday and go, oh, I don't want to go to work. He jumped out of bed with a spring in his step, going, oh, I've got training today.
But in 2012, Fabrice's life was turned upside down, with the whole world as witness.
The Bolton player Fabrice Muamba has collapsed during the FA Cup tie between Spurs and Bolton at White Hart Lane. He went face down on the field and paramedics rushed onto the field to try to revive him.
This doesn't look too good at all, does it?
Fabrice had suffered a massive cardiac arrest. Medics battled to save his life. And after an excruciating 78 minutes, his heart finally started to beat again.
Amazing what happened. Being 78 minutes dead, really. He must appreciate life in a very different way. So it's interesting to go and, like, you know, meet him personally and speak to him about this.
Though not especially interested in football, Christian Hook is fascinated by life and death, and so he's anxious to meet his subject for the first time.
Oh! Christian.
Hello, Fabrice.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Come here, welcome to my humble home.
Thank you.
Forced to quit the game he loved at just 23, Fabrice is now rebuilding his life afresh, with wife Shauna and children Joshua and Matthew.
We don't really do
He still lives not far away from his former club, Bolton Wanderers.
Oh. Well, first of all, thank you for sitting for me. It's a privilege to be able to come here and paint you. So Fabrice, well, I know very little about football, so you're gonna have to teach me something a little bit.
I don't have any ball outside, but football
Listen, it's the biggest drugs in the world. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you take it, you couldn't be hooked on it for the rest of your life. It's the best game in the world. It's most exciting. I'm always gluing to watch Sky Sport, to find out what's going on, and to read about football. But that's something that
You've always loved it.
I always loved doing it. Any team you support?
Well, my family's I live in Gibraltar.
Okay.
And my brother supports Barcelona.
Yeah. They're pretty good. They're alright. They're alright.
Alright.
I can understand why people support Manchester United, Liverpool, because they're a bigger club. But just remember, there's a team called Bolton, not far from here.
Are you an art lover in any way?
You know, I like art, but you know when you go to New York, you know how people draw people's faces and how they make look like a cartoon character in a sense. Yeah. I like that. Okay. You know, but I'm looking forward to
seeing something different.
Something different.
So I see that you have brilliant weather here today.
Listen, this is every day. It's like this every day. What can I say?
I'd rather paint outdoors if you don't mind.
Yeah, that would be great. Okay. Shall we go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Before working on his final portrait, Christian is keen to get to know and find out as much as he can about his sitter. He's arranged to make a series of 3 sketches in the course of 3 sittings with Fabrice. Christian's approach to the subject can take his sitters by surprise.
How come you use an iPad?
Because the sun's going to move anyway, and for the drawing is better.
Okay.
So it's just for the light, that's all. So Fabrice, tell me a little bit about your football career.
I got signed for a team when I was 16, played for Arsenal. Then Arsene Wenger sold me for quite a lot of money to Birmingham City for 2 years. Then they sold me to Bolton Wanderers for a good 4 or 5 years. Throughout the whole journey, there's been a lot of ups and downs. You win some, you lose some, but it's the most exciting journey in the world.
So obviously you had a very successful football career, and then that accident happened. It's an amazing story, having died playing football. Do you remember anything on the pitch itself?
No, I remember just a couple of minutes before that, in the morning of the game. I just went to play football that day like any other players. I was looking forward to it. The game started really well. I missed a chance to score a goal. A couple of minutes after, I was not far from the centre circle. And I felt very, very dizzy. Out of nowhere, I just fell down and collapsed. It just happened so quick.
I was watching him on television next door when the game started.
Within the first 11 minutes, we'd gone in front and we'd been pegged back to 1-1.
And then all of a sudden the play stopped, and I just saw this figure lying on the pitch, completely motionless.
Muamba, who's down in a heap. This doesn't look too good at all, does it?
He's really struggling there.
When I saw him collapse, my mum thought he had fainted, but I knew that it was something more sinister. I could just feel it.
As soon as he went down, all the players started to surround Fabrice.
Some of them started to look upset, so I thought it must be a really, really bad one. I think one of my mates just turned around to him and went, "Oh my God, he's giving him CPR."
I could see CPR was happening. As a cardiologist, the first thing goes through your mind is, this is something I can help deal with. And then I ran onto the pitch. The longer it went on and the more shocks we gave, the more worrying it became, because he just wasn't responding.
Silence in the ground was haunting.
You didn't know what was happening, but you were seeing all the expressions of the fans in the stands and people chanting and praying, and it was just a scary time. It was horrible.
No one even spoke to each other. None of us even looked at it. We were just staring at the pitch, just watching, and just absolutely gobsmacked.
Some of the Bolton fans did start a Fabrice Muamba chant, and this caught on.
And then the Tottenham fans joined in as well.
It doesn't matter who you support, it doesn't matter what team you're from, what colour shirt you're wearing. I think it's about human life there and then. And the whole crowd, the whole stadium, we were really behind him to try and lift him up.
His life in the balance, Fabrice was rushed from the pitch to hospital as medics desperately battled to restart his heart.
I've had an amazing team on that day. 3 or 4 doctors in that stadium. I had an ambulance which was about 10 seconds away from me. All these people come together, work under humongous pressure, and that kind of played a huge part on my recovery. And I'm grateful for.
The first of his 3 sketches of Fabrice is going well. But over the course of the next sittings, Christian will want to dig far deeper to get to the heart of the man he wants to portray. Artist Christian Hook is sketching the footballer Fabrice Muamba in preparation for a portrait. He wants to use these early sittings to find out what it feels like to wake up after your heart has stopped for well over an hour.
Being literally dead for 78 minutes, which is a long time. Did that change everything? Obviously it changed. Did it? You couldn't play football anymore after that?
It was very difficult to accept that I'm not allowed to play football. It's like somebody telling you, you're gonna stop painting for the rest of your life. I find it very, very difficult, you know.
I can't imagine what it'd be like to spend your whole life being so determined to get to that level as a football player and suddenly not being able to play it again. I mean, that must be devastating for anyone. As an artist, it just becomes, part of everything. I become creative in other things that are not painting and sculpture and all that stuff. If someone suddenly took all that away from me, I just don't know what I'd do. It'd be like, terrible, really. For Fabrice, it must be quite similar. I mean, apart from the sport, his friends must be from the club. Everything probably evolved around football in some way, and that must be devastating.
I think for Fabrice, it was really tough to hear that you can't play again. It was heartbreaking at the time for him, but I admire and respect him so much for the way that he's dealt with it and how positive he's been, because I don't know if I could have been so positive if someone took away what I love, I think it would hit me a lot harder. So I really respect him for how he's dealt with everything.
So what do you do now?
I am on my final year at university studying sport journalism, and I'm also taking my coaching badge, and I also work for the Professional Football Association. I go around football clubs, speak to the young player, the 16, the 17, the 18-year-old about, even though you start in a football club, that means you're going to be a footballer. You got to always think ahead and hopefully, have education as a backup plan if your football doesn't work for you. I'm a living example to those guys,
So do you enjoy what you do?
Oh yes, it's great because I'm still in touch with football and I still go to run football club.
So you also have a couple of kids, yeah?
Yeah, I've got my 2 boys.
Can you play at all even here in your...
Oh yeah, we do play. Of course I do play, my boys. I do play. This is like an Old Trafford.
Right. The small version.
Yeah. Or Camp Nou.
So can you look slightly that way? Yeah, and look, exactly there.
As Christian's first sketch takes shape, he uses what he's learnt from Fabrice to add an extra dimension to the work.
Actually, half my work is about energy lines, and there's a layer of paint which is about the subject matter, but then there's another layer where you'll see sweeps of energy lines, and you can actually see the sweeps in the work. And I think that is probably more important for me than the actual colors and the contrast and whatever it is. And I think that a sitter will somehow, like in his posing and in his talking and everything, transmit more of a story in some way. Okay.
Yeah?
Yep.
I'm a little bit nervous. Wow. Wow. That's very good there.
Thank you. It's just a sketch, but you're there somewhere.
Yeah, I can see. You can see this Fabrice's head, this is his nose, this is his eyes, this is his mouth, this is his chin. Wow. See?
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to sign it for you and you can keep it.
That would be great. Thank you. Wow. Pretty cool. Mini Fabrice. You see it?
I'm glad you like it, and it's a gift. So
no, thank you so much. Thank you. It's amazing. Definitely the guy's talented, to be able to pour a pen like this in less than an hour or so. I'll be putting this in my office. That's if my wife allowed me to put it in there. It's a beautiful picture.
As he thinks about how to approach his second sketch, Christian is keen to know more about how Fabrice came to pursue a career in football. Like most lifelong passions, it was in his blood from a very young age.
So what did you play before? What were you in the team?
I played in defence before,
yeah.
Midfield at the same time. When I was this age, I just wanted to run around. This age, at this level, is the best time to play football.
Yeah.
There is no restriction, there is no tactic or formation, there is no financial concern. You just want to play football. I'm sure it's similar when you start painting. When you're young, you just want to
play. You just try everything out.
Everything out, and this is what the same thing they're doing. I did not know that I would be a professional footballer when I grew up. I just wanted to play the game. When I moved to England, I had a little of a talent. You know, I maximized every opportunity that was in front of me, and I think I made a decent living out of it anyway.
Forced into retirement far sooner than he ever anticipated, Fabrice is nonetheless philosophical about all he's been through.
It just wasn't meant to be that day for me, so Fabrice was ready to go, yeah. I have to enjoy my kids and enjoy them grow up and explore the world. You just feel like you have to appreciate life more. You've been given a second chance of life. Make the most of it. Most boys in England, they want to be a footballer. And I come from Norway, and I live literally my dream.
I didn't expect to be so moved by everything. I mean, if that happened to anyone in my family or something, it's quite an extreme thing to cope with, I think, for the whole family, for him, for everything. And it's changed his life completely, and it's made him quite a strong person. I think he just wants to put this behind him. He's focused on his studies. He's doing a degree now, and I think that, you know, it shows like a strong character and a really positive, you know, outlook to life.
With his first day with Fabrice over and fascinated by all he's learnt about this medical miracle, Christian comes to visit Bart's Heart Centre. It's the UK's largest and newest cardiology unit. Here, the most severe cardiac arrests occurring in London receive state-of-the-art emergency treatment. Christian has come to meet one of the team who treated Fabrice, Dr. Sam Mohidin.
So Sam, tell me what happened on the 17th of March with Fabrice.
When I first met Fabrice, he was unconscious. The prognosis was dreadful, very, very poor. We were not expecting a good outcome. For all intents and purposes, he was dead.
Once Fabrice had arrived at hospital, Dr. Mohidin and his team intensified his treatment, using drugs and the latest defibrillation technology, eventually finding a stable heartbeat. But Dr. Mohidin puts the credit for Fabrice's miraculous lack of brain damage down to the first responders on the pitch, whose immediate action proved so crucial.
The most important contribution came very, very early on at Tottenham, at White Hart Lane, and it came very early on from the people that first recognised that he'd had a problem, and the physios there who made the correct call very, very quickly. It's a difficult thing to do in front of 35,000 people, and that treatment is really, I think, what saved Fab's life. To run out onto the pitch in the middle of a game and recognise that what has happened is so different to all the other falls that footballers go through or have, and start performing cardiopulmonary resuscitation, it's quite a difficult thing to do. You've got to get it correct. You've got to recognise it quickly and get it correct. And I think it's a very, very brave thing, very brave and very difficult call to make so quickly.
Fabrice's fame and the attention he received after his horrifying experience have brought about some benefits in the world of cardiac medicine.
There are many positive effects. They include a greater awareness of the need for people to learn CPR, a greater awareness for the benefits of having defibrillators stationed in public places like train stations and schools and so on and so forth. People often say, how could this possibly have happened to him? He's super fit. Well, there are conditions that can affect people who are otherwise fit, and there are some cardiac conditions that can cause young people to die. And so I think there's been a better understanding of those conditions. So in addition to what can happen in a place like this, we've also got to recognise that what happens in the community is critical.
Christian is learning all he can about Fabrice so he can build up a clear image of the man he wants to portray. Over 3 sittings, his challenge is to find a way to translate everything he's learned about the man and his unique story into an evocative portrait. In Wilmslow, artist Christian Hook is getting to know footballer Fabrice Muamba. He's spending time sketching Fabrice and gathering ideas for his portrait.
It's been a long time.
Christian has asked Fabrice to bring a ball with him to use in the composition, and the urge to indulge in a bit of football showmanship proves irresistible.
Okay, you're the keeper. You live not far from Barcelona, so football must become second nature. Which one is the strongest one?
Right.
Well,
no, this one left.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I have to kick.
Yeah.
This one. Okay.
It's best that you just one by one.
Since their last sitting, Christian's been researching a Renaissance artist known for his fascination with anatomy and for his intricate and detailed preparatory skills.
It's always great to start by looking at something that inspires me. I'm looking at some Leonardo da Vinci sketches. I love the way he uses terracotta pencil and cross-hatches, and also how he annotates beside the drawings. Cross-hatching is a quick way of shading. I think it's just done with real sensitivity.
Kick it as high as you possibly can, yeah.
And while Christian proves he won't be troubling the Premier League anytime soon, he has come up with a unique and creative way to combine Da Vinci with football.
So what's the plan for today?
I had an idea for, for the painting, for the final painting. And I think that if I had, a couple of angles of you in the same painting, I could do, a before and an after what happened to you. Now, to start investigating the different angles of your head, I was looking at some Leonardo da Vinci drawings of structures of head, and I'm going to try and do something similar so that basically each drawing of your head is around the ball.
Okay.
So when you turn it around, you've got a 360 kind of, yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. Cool. Yeah, that's fine.
So, right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Perfecting a likeness is only a superficial part of the task which Christian sets for himself. If he's to portray the real man, he needs to know more about what drives him and those close to him.
Right, so, who are the most influential people, the people who have helped you the most in your life, or
my dad helped me to see things different. The way he made me realize that in every walk of life, in every place that you work, if you put 100% in, you get 100% out of it.
Fabrice was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo, then called Zaire, where his father Marcel worked as a government advisor.
Have you got any memories from there at all?
Oh yes, Congo used to be a beautiful country. And then there was war for over 10 years, which has really affected the country in every way you can think of,
Fearing for his life due to his political links, Marcel fled to the UK as a refugee. It was 5 years before Fabrice would see him again, when he too left for a new life in London.
Was that very traumatic for you, the experience of having to leave your country?
Yes, because it was something that I wasn't expected to get up and leave everything behind,
So what age did you get here?
11.
Were you scared?
Of course.
You were 11 years old and
because you don't know anything. Or I hope that I get to see my dad. I did have a side of it. All I want is just to get there safe,
Yeah. Fabrice arrived alone, bringing almost nothing with him from home except his love of football.
Were you into football there whilst you were living there?
Oh yeah, I love football.
Is it a big thing there?
football is the biggest thing in Africa.
Yeah.
The emotion of it, if your country does well in any major competition, it brings the whole nation together. Football can reunite the whole country.
Wow, I've never thought of football as such a powerful force. Can you look that way now? Yeah. And
As Christian's aim is to get to the heart of his sitter, he asks Fabrice about another important aspect of his life, his faith.
So what about your, do you belong to a religious group?
Yeah, I'm a Christian. I do pray.
Do you go to any churches? Or?
Yeah, I do go to church. Even before my accident, I used to pray anyway.
Right, right.
It's not just because of my accident, I started to pray a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know.
And do you believe that that helped?
Oh yeah, I believe that played a huge part of my recovery. Yeah,
right.
I believe there was somebody upstairs who was looking out for me. He said, no, this guy's not ready to go yet. He can stay a bit longer. A bit longer.
Also helping Fabrice stay around a little bit longer is an implantable cardioverter defibrillator, a small pacemaker-like device near the heart which shocks it back into rhythm.
So Fabrice, can you tell me a little bit about the ICD?
Well, the ICD, it's like a tiny piece of metal that is put in my chest and is connected to my artery.
Can you feel it?
Oh yeah.
Have you? And it's got a scar.
Everything. Yeah.
What does it feel like when it kicks in?
It's like I go into this slow motion, you know. Also, that everything just goes a bit so slow. It's like somebody punch you in the ribs without you knowing, and then I'm back to normality again, you know. Wow.
There it is.
Thank you.
So if you turn it around, look, it's like the back of your head,
yeah.
the side of your head, the front of your head. Maybe you can like do something together on this.
Yeah.
In a final homage to Da Vinci, the two annotate the ball with inspirational phrases and the names of Fabrice's wife and children.
I don't want to put any more.
That's it.
That's it.
I think that's it, finished.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And this is for you.
Oh, thank you. It's a beautiful piece. I definitely want to protect it and keep it safe as possible as I can. There's no kicking around in the background and nothing like that.
Just that one. So I think I was slightly over-ambitious in trying to get like four faces, four angles of him in one sitting. The sphere itself, you know, the ball gave me a problem of distortion that I've never had to deal with before. Also, Fabrice is quite a quiet, shy person. It takes him a while to, like, you know, open up. His answers are always quite short. So at the same time as I'm painting, I'm having to think of questions to ask him, and that's been more harder than the painting itself, I think. But slowly, I think I'm gathering enough information with him to do something special for him.
Christian prepares for his third and final study, one which will incorporate the real Fabrice in a unique way.
Right, so Fabrice, I'm going to ask you for a favour. I'd like you to shave some of your hair off your head. I know you haven't got much, but
it's gone.
Yeah, but it grows quickly. So for the next time I see you, you can just bring some, because I want to use it in one of the pieces of work. Okay?
Yeah.
No, so thank you very much. And
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Returning to London ahead of his final sitting with Fabrice, and brimming over with ideas, Christian decides to look at how classical artists have approached the subject of death in painting.
In the 17th century, people believed that living was just a preparation for the afterlife. And so like, death was like a really important subject. There's even a genre called memento mori, which literally means remember death. In many paintings that are in this collection, there are reminders in different ways of death. So this is a very detailed drawing by Henrik Hondius the Elder. It's a 17th century piece, and it's about representation of death. The drawing is called Death and the Huntsman, You have a huntsman with some animals at the bottom and the skeleton with an arrow pointing at the huntsman. The idea of it is even the huntsman meets his maker at some point. So the skeleton's been used in many pieces in the history of art to represent death. It's quite realistic in the way that it's formed. There's some hatching, the blue ink and the brown work really well, but it's not what I'm looking for. Skeletons are very literal in representing death, and I'm trying to find something else. Jared Dou was a 17th century painter and worked under Rembrandt and became one of the most successful Flemish painters of his time. At this time they did a lot of chiaroscuro painting, which is one light source. So the actual shadows and the light pointing in one direction makes the objects stand out a lot. So in this painting we can see a candle, a skull, the Bible and an hourglass, all of them representing death in some way. The fickle nature of the candle burning out, the hourglass obviously representing time and how little time we have. So here there are other symbols and other ways of showing death that are interesting.
Christian continues to explore the gallery in search of exactly the symbolism he has in mind.
Behind me I've got Christ's Charge to Peter, done by the classical master Paul Rubens. It's a great painting, done with great skill, and I like it because it depicts Jesus giving Peter the keys to the kingdom of heaven. So the keys in the painting have given me a great idea. I think that they're symbolic of life after death, and Fabrice does attribute a lot of his recovery to his religious beliefs and his faith. So I think I'll use them in my final painting.
As Christian's ideas develop, he has just one sitting left with Fabrice Muamba, the man he'll immortalize in his final painted portrait. Artist Christian Hook is about to start the last of 3 sketches of Fabrice Muamba. Getting to know him and his extraordinary story has left Christian musing on mortality and its representation in art. For their final sitting together, he's taking a highly personal approach.
On this third sitting, we've come to a church, hopefully to explore the idea of life and death. I think that death and regeneration are a classical subject that has been done in the history of art many times, and I think it's something that interests everyone because obviously it's a universal thing. Everybody has to die, and people are born every day, so it's an interesting topic. I'd like Fabrice to collaborate with me on the artwork, so hopefully he'll be working with me today. Christian, how are you doing?
For their final sitting together, Christian has abandoned his usual medium of paint, resulting in a rather unusual request of Fabrice.
We're going to work together. I asked you for some hair. I hope you brought it for me from your head. Yeah, my barber was kind enough to save some of my hair. Great. So with this, right, with the hair, we're going to put some of your hair on the shadows together. Yeah. And then we'll put another piece of glass on top, and we'll lift it up. Yeah. Right. It should be your face done with your own body. Wow. Most portrait artists, like portraiture in general, aims to capture the essence of a person. Yeah. But what greater essence could it be than doing it with your own body in some way? So it's an interesting idea. So basically you're bringing yourself back to life. Wow. So let's open this up.
Using a high contrast image of Fabrice as their guide, the two draw his face onto perspex using his shaved hair. Together they create a simple portrait in which he's represented both visually and physically.
Bring myself back to life. Yeah, bring yourself back to life.
Am I doing it right here?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know actually how this is going to come out. We just like, it's an experiment. I've never done like a head with hair. We'll see actually how it comes out.
Yeah, well the picture looks great, so let's see when you add my real hair in there. This is way out of my comfort zone, so...
It's exciting because like, I don't know what the result's going to be. It's always exciting to try new things as long as it allows me to get more information on the person and the person to open up to me and talk about different things. It's always going to be great because obviously when someone collaborates with you, they have to concentrate, they're doing something that they don't normally do. It just helps find out more about the person. I think you're there somehow. So carefully I'm going to try and put this.
Oh wow, both way.
Yeah, so like you can see it from the front and the back.
Yeah.
I've never done anything like this before, but I think that experimenting and trying things out is part of preparing for a painting. So I'm just interested in the ideas and the concepts behind what I'm doing.
This is definitely me, It's got my DNA.
In the time the two have spent together, Christian's ideas for Fabrice's finished portrait have crystallised, and he's ready to share his thoughts and inspiration.
Okay, Fabrice, I've got a Picasso painting that I've chosen.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm showing you this is because I like to do something similar in the painting that I'm going to do of you. Not in the same style, but I like the way that Picasso in Cubism uses different angles. So you have the head looking towards you and the head looking away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it holding?
I don't know. I'm taking the concept of this and doing it in my own style.
Finally, to give Fabrice an instant guide to Cubism, Christian has devised a playful idea.
Front, side, the other side, underneath and on top. I've actually stuck the photos on in the actual order that a head would go around. As we turn the Rubik's Cube around, like your face changes completely, like a Cubist painting. That'd be, that's it. There you go, huh?
Stuff.
Okay. So basically, as I turn each part around, we can create a different composition, like Picasso. So if I turn this around, and I turn like this around, this around, and then if we so every time I turn it, we get a completely different composition.
Do you remember how the original version was? No, you lost it.
I'm not going to remember ever. Yeah.
Eye, nose.
Two noses.
Two noses, 3 noses, yeah. That is unbelievable. My eye is looking this way, the other one looking the other way. My nose is here, my mouth is somewhere down here. And that's all. That's just art, and that's creative, and that's something that is new to me, and I'm just grasping it, and I'm learning along the way as well.
It's going to be difficult to get it back.
I will try.
You will try
on the train or home.
Okay, Fabrice, thank you very much for collaborating with me.
No, thank you, Christian.
I hope you enjoyed doing some artwork yourself.
Yeah, no, it's been fun, and now I'm looking forward to the big revealing at the end, the big piece.
So you're coming to the unveiling then?
I'll be there. I'll be there. You take care.
You take care too.
You too. See you.
Bye.
Over 3 sittings, Christian has been sketching and getting to know Fabrice. And his challenge is now clear: to incorporate all he's learnt about this remarkable man into one distinctive and revealing portrait.
We've just come back from the final sitting with Fabrice. I think it went pretty well, and I'm ready to start the painting. Well, my idea for the final portrait is to have a before and an after of Fabrice's cardiac arrest. I like to incorporate an element of Cubism done in a different way, so I'll have different angles in it, and I definitely want to have like the number 78 in some way. 78 minutes, like with your heart stopped, is is an incredible thing. It's changed his life forever, so I think that number is important in some way. Starting the painting is always really exciting. This is my favorite part now. Knowing when a portrait is finished is difficult. I think that it's more a feeling than a visual ending. The whole aim of painting is to have an emotional response to something. So I think that I know when I'm near there because I have achieved some emotional response to what I have heard and what I have seen.
At last, the day of the unveiling arrives, and Christian is preparing to reveal his portrait to Fabrice at a very special exhibition.
Today's a great day for me. I'm quite excited about showing Fabrice a portrait. I'm feeling quite good about it. I think I've put across the things that I thought were interesting and important. I just hope that he likes it as well.
Christian has invited a group of special guests for the unveiling, including friends, family and art lovers. About to see himself immortalised in paint is Fabrice, who arrives with his wife Shauna.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
How are you doing? How are you? Nice to see you. Yeah. Looking forward to it? Yeah.
We're excited.
I'm excited.
Can't wait to see what you saw.
Should be interesting.
Christian has also invited the doctors who were so instrumental in Fabrice's survival, as later he will reveal a surprise for them. But now, with everyone assembled, it's finally time to reveal the culmination of Christian and Fabrice's artistic collaboration.
Well, Fabrice, this is the moment everyone's waiting for. You are now going to see your portrait for the first time, the finished portrait. We already have the beautiful works that Christian has made on the way to this portrait, but this is the real thing. So, shall we go ahead?
1,
right.
2, 3.
Tell me how you feel.
Wow, I don't know what to say. Just thank you. To see myself 3 times, 1, 2, 3, yeah, very cool.
Shauna, what do you think about it?
I think it's amazing. I'm really lost for words, and that doesn't happen very often. Looks like I'm looking at him.
I'm here.
Can I take this one home?
Well, Christian, tell us something about this painting.
I decided to have a before and an after, and you have like the football and what he played before, and then on this side he had this vision to the future. Also, he attributed quite a lot of his getting better to his faith, and I thought having the cross and having him looking up in a way would symbolize this. He also has a pacemaker, and on the key I saw a painting by Rubens where Rubens painted Jesus giving the keys to the kingdom of heaven to one of the disciples, and I thought that the key was quite an interesting thing, so I put the key in, and with a 78 for the 78 minutes that he was dead.
So he was dead within 78 minutes. There is another element to Christian's painting of you, because as we know, you owe your life to the cardiology that took place actually on the ground where you fell. Yeah. The cardiologists are here. Yeah. Do come forward. You must owe them such a debt.
Completely, forever indebted to you guys.
Christian was enormously impressed by your contribution. So tell me about what is under here.
They talked about the importance of making people aware of CPR. So I just did the painting to help raise awareness for that and to give to the hospital. Yeah.
And so this is for the Bard's Heart Unit. Here it is.
Wow.
Finally, the fruits of Christian's hard work are on display. And Fabrice, having cheated death once on the pitch, is immortalised in not 1 but 2 portraits, and he will go on to provide inspiration to other patients at the life-saving Bard's Heart Unit.
We're launching a brand new search. Joan Bakewell and Frank Skinner are on a mission to find Sky Art's Landscape Artist of the Year. It's going to be very easy on the eye. New next Tuesday at 8.